will be involving system testing.
Tester.
Tester. Yeah. So tester is nothing but a quality analyst or quality assurance engineer or tester or test engineer, or there are names, but everything specifies similar meaning. Okay, quality analyst and QA manager. Okay, so system testing, these two roles are involved. What are the activities here performing? What are the activities?
To check the process.
Perform all the testing activities, which includes functional and non-functional. So we will discuss what is functional and non-functional in later. Perform all testing activities, functional and non-functional, to make sure or to ensure system meets the requirements. సో మనం ఇవన్నీ టెస్టర్ ఇవి పెర్ఫామ్ చేస్తున్నప్పుడు వాడు క్లయింట్కి అనుగుణంగా అన్ని రిక్వైర్మెంట్స్ ఫుల్ఫిల్ అవుతున్నాయా లేదా అన్నది వ్యాలిడేట్ చేయాలి. వాట్ ఎల్స్? ఇన్ కేస్ ఇఫ్ యూ ఫౌండ్ ఎనీ ఇష్యూస్, then log a defect. Next, what is the rules?
Solving the issue.
Track the progress of the testing, right? Today how many test cases we have executed, and tomorrow how many we are going to. So track the progress of the testing using tools like HPALM and Jira. So here top management can easily see which person is worked on how many cases created by particular person, how many person executed so and so test cases. Everything will be tracked out by using these test management tools. What else? Prepare the report contains execution details. Okay, so prepare the report contains execution details. That means today how many test cases are executed, how many are passed, how many are failed, how many what are the reasons for failed cases, is there any open defects for those cases. Okay, you have to prepare a report and send it to your test lead. So that is a part of system testing. Next, what is the outcome? What are the outcomes from this testing phase? Obviously you have to prepare test cases, right? Test cases prepare cheyali. What else? Test reports. What else? Defect reports. So you have to prepare all these reports once you are done with your test case execution. Next topic, system deployment. What is system deployment? Once testing is completed, we will provide QA sign off. After that, the code will be deploying to UAT environment and user acceptance environment. So before that, we will be checking, ensure environment should be up and running. Okay, environment available ga undali. What else? There are no severe defects are open. అంటే డిఫెక్ట్స్ ఆల్మోస్ట్ అన్ని క్లోజ్ అయ్యి ఉండాలి, లేదంటే మనం డిప్లాయ్ చేయడానికి ఈ అప్లికేషన్ పనికిరాదు. వీ షుడ్ ఫిక్స్ దోస్ డిఫెక్ట్ ఇన్ అండర్ సిస్టమ్ టెస్టింగ్ ఫేజ్ ఓన్లీ. వాట్ ఎల్స్? Perform sanity check in deployment. That means whether high level, we have to validate the high level functionalities of an application, whether it is working or not after deploying. That means let's take a Flipkart. So whether login functionality is working or not, we can able to see all the modules or not. I mean, electronics or mobiles or consumer durables or everything. So we just perform high level sanity check. These all will be part of system deployment. What is the outcome? Environment check. Okay. Next, the last one, system maintenance. What is system maintenance? What is system maintenance? We'll be conducting system maintenance when the product is deployed into production. Okay. So system maintenance అన్నది ఎప్పుడు చేస్తాము? ప్రోడక్ట్ ప్రొడక్షన్ లో డిప్లాయ్ అయినప్పుడు. సో దీంట్లో ఏమేమి ఇన్వాల్వ్ అవుతాయంటే మేజర్లీ ఇన్ సిస్టమ్ మెయింటెనెన్స్, it always adding new features or new enhancements or new improvements. Let's give you one example. IRCTC is right now all across the India is using. That means it is in production. Okay, but once in a while they are deploying or they are adding new features into IRCTC application. So for that, QA should support during the system maintenance stage. Okay, in that stage, if they encounter any defects, okay, in case user encounter any defects, make sure fix should happen immediately. Otherwise it impacts the entire system. Okay, ఇప్పుడు ఐఆర్సిటిసి మీకు ఒక 2 రోజులు వర్క్ అవ్వకుండా ఆగిపోయింది అనుకో, ఎంత లాస్ ఇండియన్ గవర్నమెంట్ కి. సో దట్ వై we always fix the production defects immediately. That is the top priority. What is the outcome from system maintenance? Obviously production issues or list of new features or enhancements implemented. Okay, so these all are the phases in linear sequential model. So have you understood this concept or any clarifications? Because you are very new to this system, right? So it will take some time to understand this terminology. But overall, you just try to understand the terms which we are using during this course. So here we have a phases like requirement gathering, after that system design, after that coding the project, after that performing system testing, then deploy that code into production environment, and we will be conducting the system maintenance during when the product is in live. Okay, so is it clear? I think everybody is sleeping.
Yes,
No,
sir.
no, sir.
Yes, sir.
It's clear only. No issue.
Is it clear, sir?
So anybody can just say what are the phases available in waterfall or linear sequential model? Can you just reveal what are the phases available in waterfall model? Requirement gathering, system design,
Waterfall
coding,
model.
coding,
coding, system testing,
system testing,
System maintenance.
system deployment, and system maintenance. So,
System.
yeah, please, prepare all these topics. Okay. So now we will discuss about what are the advantages and disadvantages of waterfall model or linear sequential model. What are the advantages? Simple and easy to understand and use. Okay, this model is very simple. This model works for smaller projects, and the main advantage is each phase outcome is well documented. So we will be looking at the outcome from each phase, right? So each phase outcome is well documented. What is the next? Phases are processed and completed one at a time. So each phase is completing at one time. Let's take here, once we are done with this phase, then only we are going to the next phase. Once we are done with the system testing, then only we are moving to coding phase. Once entire coding is completed, then only we are moving to system testing. So likewise, so these are the advantages. What are the disadvantages? What are the disadvantages using waterfall model? We cannot move back to previous phase. That means, so you are in testing phase, you found something new, you wanted to add it that new requirement. So again you have to go back to the requirement gathering. That is impossible in linear sequential model. So that is what we cannot move back to previous phase or previous phases. So once you are done, then that is done. There is no way, there is no access to go back into previous state. That is the disadvantage. What else? High amount of risk is there. High amount of risk involved if the requirements are not clear. Requirements clear. ఇప్పుడు ఒక డైరెక్టర్ ఒక మూవీ తీస్తున్నాడు, వాడు మూవీ సగం తీసిన తర్వాత నెక్స్ట్ ఏం చేయాలి అడికి అర్థం అవడం లేదు, ఏ స్టోరీ పెట్టాలో అడికి రిక్వైర్మెంట్స్ క్లియర్ గా లేవు. సో అలాంటి టైంలో సినిమా పోయే ఛాన్సెస్ ఎక్కువ ఉంటాయి. సో దట్ మీన్స్ before starting of any movie or before starting of any project, the requirement should be clear and crystal. Then only better to start the next phases. Okay, what else? What are the disadvantages? Here, no working, clearly understand, no working software is produced until late during the life cycle. That means here working software is ready once you are done with system deployment. So let's say this is a 1-year project. For requirement gathering you spend 2 months. For system design you spend 3 months, 5 months completed. For coding you spend 3 months, 5 plus 3 8. For testing you completed 2 months, that means 10 months, then 2 months. So after the project end date is 10 months, but you can see that outcome after 10 months. That means almost end of the project. If we found any defects or if we found any issues, something at the later stage, it costs a lot to the customer. Okay, that is the drawback or disadvantage of linear sequential model, or waterfall model. Okay, got it? So this model is a old model, in fact, but still, some companies are using one when the requirements are clear. Okay, next, as we discussed, I am explaining only one model from the old SDLC models and moving to the advanced or new models. Advanced models. Okay, why do we go with advanced models? Any idea? We have, can you just list out what are the advanced models available in software testing? Advanced SDLC models.
V model.
Okay.
Agile model.
Agile model, fish model, DevOps model.
Okay, so in advanced model, we are going to discuss two models, that is V model and Agile model. Okay, so
Agile model.
yeah, so in the advanced models, why we preferring the advanced models? In old models, okay, in old models, testing will be come after the coding phase only, right? So here, once your coding completed, then after the system testing will come into the picture. So that is the disadvantage basically in old models. Not only waterfall model, we have other SDLC models like, tell me what are the other SDLC models available in market? Waterfall model,
Fish model.
tell me what are the old SDLC models? Waterfall model,
Prototype model.
prototype model, rapid application development RAD model. What else? Spiral model. What else? Incremental model. Okay, these all are SDLC models. Old models, new models, as just we discussed. V model, Agile model, fish model, and DevOps model. In old models, testing will be come after coding phase only. After once coding is completed, then only testing will be implemented. The next one, in advanced models, both development and testing will be conducted parallelly, side by side. Both development and testing will be conducted in advanced models. That is why most of the companies are following advanced model. One of the important advanced model is Agile methodology. Nowadays, all companies are following Agile methodology, and some companies also following SD waterfall model if the requirements are clear crystal. Okay. So now we discuss in advanced model. Let's start with V model. Okay. So in interview question, hopefully they will focus on Agile methodology or software testing process. Even they will not ask this question, but as a part of QA process, you should understand these all phases along with the V model. Sometimes they will ask few terminologies from the V model. So we will explain those terminologies during this V model explanation. Okay. So before starting V model, I will tell you some keywords or terms, very oftenly using in QA testing course. That is quality. What is quality? Your role as a test engineer, your role is to provide a quality product to my client. quality product to my end user. Okay, what is quality? Anybody try what is quality? Meets customer or client requirements and expectations. Okay, that is quality. Someone will ask, what is quality? Quality is nothing but to satisfy or to meets the customer requirements and their expectations. Call it as a quality. What is software quality? What is software quality? Because we are a quality assurance persons. We always look into the quality. So not only the application in our day by day life, we are looking at many objects in our life. Let's look at your mobile. Let's look at some paper. Let's look at your, any object. So you have to notice very keenly and identify some scenarios and observe how it works and how it useful. Okay, that tells about the quality. What is software quality? Here, meets customer requirements in terms of functionality wise. Meets customer expectations. What are the customer expectations? ఒక్కొక్కడు తిక్క క్లయింట్ ఉంటాడు, నాకు అది కావాలి, నాకు ఇది కావాలి, నాకు నేను క్లౌడ్ లో పెడితే అందరికి యాక్సెస్ వెళ్ళిపోవాలి, నాకు ఇన్ని సర్వర్లో కావాలి. సో వీ హ్యావ్ టు satisfy their expectations. Then only we will be delivering a quality product. So what are their expectations? Performance wise. So it should be very speed and quick. So ఇప్పుడు నీకు ఒక అప్లికేషన్ ఉంది, నువ్వు ఓపెన్ చేసిన గంటకు ఓపెన్ అవుతుంది, నువ్వు అప్లికేషన్ నెక్స్ట్ టైం ఓపెన్ చేయడానికి ఇంట్రెస్ట్ చూపిస్తావా? నో. సో పెర్ఫార్మెన్స్ షుడ్ బి వెరీ క్విక్. యూజబిలిటీ ఇన్ ద సెన్స్ ఇట్ షుడ్ బి ఏ యూజర్ ఫ్రెండ్లీ. అంటే ఎక్కడ సబ్మిట్ బటన్ ఉందో తెలియదు, ఎక్కడ యాడ్ అవుతుందో, ఎక్కడెక్కడికో నావిగేషన్స్ డిఫరెంట్ గా ఉందనుకో, సో దట్ క్రియేట్ సమ్ పానిక్నెస్ టు ద యూజర్. దట్ ఈస్ నాట్ ఎ యూజర్ ఫ్రెండ్లీ. సో ఇట్ షుడ్ బి యూజర్ ఫ్రెండ్లీ. వాట్ ఎల్స్? Portability. Portability means, what is portability? The application should in different operating systems. We have like Windows XP, we have a Linux, we have a Macintosh, we have a different operating systems. So we don't know customer is using which operating system. So that project should work irrespective of any operating system and also irrespective of any browser. So might be someone is using Firefox and somebody is using Chrome and somebody is using Opera. There are 10 browsers available in the market. So irrespective of the browsers and irrespective of the OS, the entire application or project should work. Okay, you got my point? Yeah. Next one, cost of software. Cost of software means initial bidding. So we have estimated something, but if the budget is exceeds, then we have to think very carefully. That means we should not waste our client budget. ఇప్పుడు ఒక మూవీ ఉన్నాడు, ప్రొడ్యూసర్ అంటాడు, ఒరే నాకు ఒక 10 crores మూవీ తీ అంటాడు. ఇప్పుడు బోయపాటి సీన్ లాంటి వాడు ఏం చేస్తాడు, 20 కోట్లతో తీసాడంటే ఆడి పని ఏమైపోతుంది? ప్రొడ్యూసర్ సినిమా హిట్ అయితే ఓకే, ఫట్ అయితే రోడ్ మీదకి వచ్చేయాలి. సో వీ షుడ్ బి వెరీ కేర్ఫుల్. సో డ్యూరింగ్ ది స్పెండింగ్ ఆఫ్ ది ఎక్స్పెన్సెస్ టు డెవలప్ ద పర్టికులర్ సాఫ్ట్వేర్. సో అంటే మనం 4 టెస్టర్లనే పెట్టాలి, వాళ్ళకి ఎంతే ఇవ్వాలి. సో డ్యూరింగ్ యువర్ ఇంటర్వ్యూ యు ఆర్ ఆస్కింగ్ my package should be 12 lakhs or 14 lakhs, but their budget will not support. Their budget is like they have to give only 8 to 10 lakhs, not more than that. So they will hire or recruit the candidate who is asking less than 10 lakhs. Then they will reach their budget. Otherwise it exceeds the budget. So we should be very careful about the cost of the software. What else? time to release. So everybody have an initial plan, right? During our analysis stage, we will be thinking that the project will be delivered in some stipulated time. That might be a 1 year or 15 months. So if it exceeds, then that is a loss to the client. So we have to stick to the timelines. So we have to complete our project as per the time schedule. Okay. Similarly, the movie. So we have to, let's take movie. So as per the plan, they have to complete the entire movie direction within 1 year. But if it takes more than 1 year, then it's lost to the producer. Okay. So we have to fulfill all these items so that we will be giving the software quality to our end user. Okay, so these are the terms are very important. Okay, next term. There is no charging. 1 second. Okay, next question. What is quality assurance? They might ask what is quality assurance and what is quality control in interview. What is quality assurance?
Process based.
Okay, it is a process based, correct? We have to very careful about the process. So we have to be very careful in terms of quality management. Okay, so we have to define, always monitor and optimizing the process is called quality assurance. Okay, it is a part of quality management that we call it as a quality assurance. Quality assurance is nothing but a process to define, to monitor, to optimize the system. We call it as a quality assurance. What is quality control? Quality control. Quality control is nothing but checking the system, checking the project or system, we call it with respect to based on what we will be testing the system requirements, right? Don't forget. So we are checking the system with respect to the requirements. Next one. What is verification and what is validation? Just 1 minute. Yeah. So what is verification and validation? This is also interview question. So they might ask what is quality assurance and quality control and what is verification and validation. Verification and validation is important than these two keywords. What is verification? Any idea? Verification can be conducted on documentation side. Okay. documentation side. Those are the documents such as test plan and test cases. Okay. By performing reviews, inspections, walkthroughs, and walkthroughs. Okay, verification can be conducted on documentation side, documents such as test plan and test cases, by performing reviews, inspections, and walkthroughs. Okay, that we call it as a verification. This is a static technique. So if someone will ask you what is the verification, Durga Prasad, did you join in the call? I think no. Okay, not join. Okay, so this is a static technique. Moving to the validation. What is validation? So examples for static is like just now we discussed walkthroughs, reviews, inspections, etc. So this will be conducted during requirement gathering stage. What is validation? What is validation? This is a static technique, right? It is a dynamic technique. So in this phase, functional testing can be done by executing the test cases. So here validation, functional testing or validation can be done by executing the test cases, call it as a validation. Okay. So example, functional testing and non-functional testing. Okay. So tomorrow I will ask you what is verification and validation. Please do some research on these two terms, and also the phases in linear sequential model. Okay, and what is the difference between quality assurance and quality control? Okay, so the actual concept is going to start now. V model. What is V model? These all are the terms in V model. So now we are going to explain what is V model.
Verification and validation model.
Okay. Verification and validation model, correct. So here this is the V model. See, it looks like V model. Okay. In this V model, what is going to happen, all the development phases can be all the development phase. These all are the development left side. Okay. Verification, all the development phases on the left side. On the right side,
Ram, we are seeing only one screen.
Okay, one second. Can you see my screen right now?
Yeah, it's visible.
Yes.
Okay. So if you look at this model, this is V model. Okay. So left side, all verification front, these all comes under the development phases. On the right side, all comes under testing phases. So that is why we call it as, this is a verification and validation model. All development phases, I mean all the left side phases can be integrated here, in middle there is a line, right? Integrated with testing phases. Okay. What is V model. If someone asks you what is V model, V model is nothing but it's a verification and validation model wherein all the development phases are integrated with or linked with testing phases. That we call it as a V model. Okay. In this model, how testing activities can be integrated in each phase of the SDLC. Left side we call it as a SDLC model. See, user requirement, software requirement, design, detailed design, coding. See, this is SDLC. Right side, STLC. Software development, software testing. Right side. So these two will be linked together. Okay. So